All righty, all righty. NFL week one. It was a pretty an exciting week, there. How did you feel about week one?
You know what? It wasn't too bad to come think about it because a lot of games turned out to be what it wasn't, but then at the same time, there was games that was also what you expected.
Uh-huh.
So weighing all that, that really made week one pretty impressive. Very impressive.
I agree. Anything that stood out to you in week one?
Carson Wentz is healthy. So that threw my prediction out the window. so with that, you know, it's looked like that. The game, I'll tell you what stood out to me. That kind of caught my attention. The New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. It's caught my attention.
Yeah, we had to give a on-air apology.
Well,
no, I will. If you're not, I will, because he performed far more better than what me and you thought that he would perform.
Yeah.
So I apologize to this man. Now, I'm not saying that he gonna do good in the future and that this is it. I'm just apologizing for week one.
Yeah.
Because he did beat Mr. Rogers in his neighborhood.
Well, yeah, and the problem is that I don't think Aaron Rodgers is still feeling Green Bay. So I kind of think he just don't care at this point. So that was pretty much a freebie for Jameis Winston. I would like to see how he'll do week two versus actual competitors at this point. Because Green Bay only scored 3 points.
Well, I mean, you got the defense.
Who, Green Bay's? They didn't even show up.
That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't even all about Aaron Rodgers. It's about that Green Bay defense. That's who Jameis Winston faced.
And that's who he faced. But that I'm talking about more like real competition of defense. Green Bay's defense wasn't there. And plus, on the outside of Aaron Rodgers, he just wasn't feeling it. Now, could this actually just be a fluke? God, I hope it is. But just looking at the way that they performed, it just looked like they really just didn't show up at all.
Is it time for Green Bay fans to panic after week one?
Normally, I'll be the first one to say relax, Packer fans, like Aaron Rodgers would do.
Yeah.
But at this point, yes. I think it's time for them to panic.
Let me tell you what stood out to me briefly. Monday Night Football.
Man.
That stood out to me because that game stayed neck to neck. What did I tell you in the second quarter yesterday?
I don't remember.
When we was in the kitchen and you looked at the score to see
14-7.
Yeah, and you was like, oh, they're leading. I said, that ain't good.
Yeah.
They have to have a nice little comfortable lead in order for them to really pull out that win. But
well, it was still early. That's
right. It was still early, but I still didn't like the odds of it because they were only up by a touchdown. Baltimore.
Well, I was still impressed anyway because that could have been Baltimore clawing and scratching them.
Well, nonetheless,
losing at this point.
Okay, nonetheless, I'm still impressed with the fact that that both teams competed.
Yeah, they competed
all the way to the end. No,
it even had extra minutes to do it.
Yeah, it had to do extra minutes to get it done. And both teams played clutch, especially in overtime. The Raiders played clutch in the fourth quarter, and Baltimore played clutch in overtime along with the Raiders as well. Right. But, I've never been a fan of Jon Gruden, and I won't be a fan of Jon Gruden, but I don't give credit to Jon Gruden for that team, of course. I always give that credit to Jack Del Rio for building that team. Jon Gruden just took it over. But that's what impressed me was Monday Night Football. That's what impressed me for week one. Ready for week two?
Let's do week two.
All right. Before we get into week two, let's take a quick look at what happened last week with our disagreement games. That is our bread and butter, my way of saying that.
Yeah.
It's the bread and butter. Okay. Let's note the disagreement games. Right here. There's one disagreement game. Daryl won that matchup. There's the second one and the third one in unison. So this is right there. So Daryl took the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans, and I took the Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, Philadelphia Eagles, and Atlanta Falcons game in disagreement. So that puts me up at 2-1, and Daryl's down 1-2 in win-loss records so far in disagreement games. We'll find out what's going to happen in week 2 as we are about to go to do those predictions right now. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Give me 1 second here because I am confused at what I'm doing. Got it. Okay. Don't matter about that. Let's put that right there. Okay. We do in the NFL. Let's start off with Thursday Night Football. The New York Giants and the Washington Football Team. You catch that game on NFL Network, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. Their last meeting, head-to-head matchup, of course, was the Giants and the Washington Football Team on November 8, 2020. The Giants won that game by 3 points, 23-20. FYI, so far, since it's only just week 1, but it's still worth mentioning, the Giants are 25th in offense, and the football team is 28th in offense, while the Giants are 23rd in defense, and the football team is 24th. Now, the Giants is 19th in passing, and the football team is dead last in passing. The Giants is 29th in rushing, but the football team is 12th in rushing. Going to be a very interesting game, Thursday Night Football. Giants, Washington Football Team. Daryl, who you got?
I'm taking a big risk here, like I did with that damn Eagles and Falcons games. I'm going to take a big risk here. I'm going with the Giants.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you, Daryl. I'm going with the Giants.
Now you're taking that big giant risk too, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking that Giants risk. Do I want to take that Giants risk?
I don't want to take that risk.
Not really. But is it going to be worth it? We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Oh, so now I don't want to show up. Meanwhile, while that's low,
yeah,
I practiced this all week long and it worked. But as soon as it's actually recorded, there it goes. There we go. New York Giants. That's what we got. All right, next game, Sunday games, 1 o'clock, CBS, the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. This is also not only the East playing, but it's also going to be the AFC and the NFC teams playing in week 2.
Excuse me?
Let me put it this way. The NFC East and the New York Giants and the Washington Football Team on Thursday night. And then this first game, the AFC East, the New England Patriots and the New York Jets.
That's interesting. Didn't they just have an AFC East opponent again? This is the second one. Back to back. New England. Didn't they play the Dolphins last week?
Yes, they did. They sure did. And in their last matchup, January 3rd, 2021, the last regular season of the season, the Patriots won 28-14. Just to know the couple things here, the Patriots are 16th in offense, while the Jets are 30th, and the Patriots are 6th in defense, and the Jets is 15th. The Patriots are 15th in passing, while the Jets are 24th. The Patriots is 13th in rushing, while the Jets are second to last in the league at 31st. Patriots, Jets, Daryl, who you got?
Oh no, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Patriots. Either way, both games. This is gonna be kind of garbage in my personal opinion, but I'm going with the Patriots.
I agree. I'm going with the New England Patriots as well. I just don't see. Well, let's just say that I have my thought process about New England. I honestly don't like New England, but the Jets aren't. I mean, I think the Jets won last week. If I think about it,
No, they lost.
no, they
to
lost to the
Carolina.
Panthers. Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just don't know how well they're gonna fare this year, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But I'm gonna take that risk and go with the Patriots as well.
Mhm.
All right. Next game. First, I need to find it. Next game, 1:00 on CBS. The Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be the AFC East. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be the AFC West and the AFC South. The last matchup against both of these teams. If I could find it on here, I can't find it on here. Oh, right in front of my face. The last matchup against both of these teams, the Jaguars won back in 2019, September 29th. Jaguars won 26-24. Things to note here, the Broncos is 10th in offense. The Jaguars is 15th. The Broncos is 8th in defense, while the Jaguars is 29th. The Broncos is 17th in passing, while the Jaguars is 7th. And the Broncos is 4th in rushing, while the Jaguars is 22nd in rushing. Girl, Broncos, Jaguars, who you got?
Now you see, I'm hesitating because normally I would have jumped off the bat and said Denver.
I know.
Now the reason I'm hesitant about this is because Denver lost a couple of key players last week, and I don't know if this will be the same without Jerry Jeudy. So F it. I'm going with the Broncos.
All right, there you go. I agree with you, Daryl. I am going with the Denver Broncos. Next game. 1:00 on Fox. Here we go. Another AFC East matchup. All four of them are playing each other in the division. You got the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, the 0-1. Buffalo Bills going up against the 1-0 Miami Dolphins. Why did my thing not come up here? Let's try this again. Oh, my bad. That's on me. Should come up now. Jeez, I have to look at this, but I look at it anyway. Meanwhile, while that's loading up, the last meeting against the Dolphins and the Bills, the Bills won in pretty heavy fashion, 56-26. I had no idea they smoked them that much.
Man,
No idea.
That's a 30-point blowout.
Mm-hmm. That was the last regular season game of last year. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Not to mention that starting off this season, the Bills is 20th in offense, the Dolphins is 27th. The Bills is 4th in defense, which is not bad. And the Dolphins is 17th in defense, while the Bills are 18th in passing. The Dolphins is 27th. And the Bills is 15th in rushing, while the Dolphins is 25th in rushing. Girl, Bills, Dolphins, who you got?
Well, the Bills let me down last week. I'm not giving up on them again. I got the Bills.
I agree. I agree with that Adele. I don't like Miami's chances in this game. They barely won last week, if memory serves me correctly,
Yeah, I think they almost collapsed the lead.
to New England, 17-16. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Next game, 1 o'clock on Fox. Got the 1-0 San Francisco 49ers going up against the 1-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Uh-oh. Oh, no, here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Why are they showing me highlights?
Right. You hear me? That's what I'm looking. I'm like, I'm tripping here.
They're showing me highlights here. I don't need to know these highlights, but okay. Anyway, the last meeting between these two teams was back in 2020 on October 4th. The 49ers won 20. I'm sorry, the Eagles won 25-20. Couple things to note here. San Francisco is 5th in offense. The Eagles is 6th in offense. The 49ers is 25th in defense, while the Eagles are 7th in defense so far this year, just one game. The 49ers are 10th in passing, while the Eagles are 16th in passing, and the 49ers are 11th in rushing, while the Eagles are 2nd. Durham, 49ers, Eagles. Who you got?
I'm impressed with Philadelphia in the way that they won this game. I expected them to at least score 20 points last week, but they ended up scoring, 33 of something of that sort?
Philadelphia did 32.
Yeah, 32.
32.
I'm impressed with them.
And they did it in butt kicking fashion, too.
They did it in butt kicking fashion. But with that, it's going to be tough. But I'm going with the 49ers.
Well, there's our first disagreement game. I'm going with the Eagles. Now, I'm going to regret it for the most part, but I think the Eagles defense is going to show up, and I think that's what's going to get them the win.
Yeah, if Philadelphia defense showed up like the way they did last week, and I agree, they got a chance. But you also got to look at San Francisco, even though that they almost blew a lead to Detroit. I still have to consider what the offense of San Francisco could do too. I have to consider that.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that San Francisco could actually outplay the Eagles defense. Now, I said I was going to learn from this last week, but did I say it was either from Philadelphia or Atlanta? I didn't say neither. I just said this is going to be a lesson learned, and I'm going to take it from there. So this ain't the place. When we get to Atlanta, then we'll find out something. But right now, I got San Francisco.
You better learn from this. They're going to be a minute away, but you better learn from this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles are on their way to a good rebuilding path.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they got their quarterback right now. He hasn't shown much of a franchise future quarterback, but he has shown that he could be an Eagles quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He has shown that.
Right. Meanwhile, here we go. I don't know if I even want to do this next matchup, but what the hell? We're going to do it anyway. Next game, 1 o'clock on Fox. The 1-0 Los Angeles Rams going up against the 0-1 Indianapolis Colts. In their last meeting, the Rams won in butt-kicking fashion, 46-9. Couple things to note in the league rankings between these two teams. The Rams are 17th in offense. The Colts is 22nd. While the Rams is 9th in defense, the Colts is 14th. The Rams is 9th in passing, and the Colts is 21st. and the Rams is 24th in rushing, and the Colts is 17th in rushing. Daryl, don't say a word. Rams, Colts. Two plus two equal four here.
Can I say something first, though? Can I make a really comment about this real quick? Can I?
Go ahead.
Okay. Before I even give my prediction out here, let me be the first to say that the Colts can surprise people in so many different situations in the game.
Absolutely.
Now, last week we knew that Seattle was going to come to show and beat the Colts.
Right.
We already knew that.
Right.
But when the Colts come to surprise, they can do just that. Is that time now? No.
Mm-mm.
Damn it, I got the Rams.
That's right.
Shut up.
2 plus 2 equal 4 here.
Correct.
2 plus 2 equal 4 here. Not that one I had up earlier. That ain't gonna be. That is not.
The only way that I feel that the Colts can win this game at this point, in my personal opinion, is if the Russian attack actually shows up.
Daryl, can I be honest? And this is going to be very crude when I say this, but can I be very honest to how if the Colts shall win, how they should win?
Okay.
Show up!
I thought the running game showed up a little bit last week.
Who cares? Show up! They just need to show up!
Well, I get that. But I've always preached that the Colts need a ground rushing game. Period. I said this for years.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I have said this for years. The Colts need a rushing attack.
Yeah.
And you got Naheem Hines, you got Jonathan Taylor, you got Marlon Mack. They need to show up. They're getting all these extensions, they're getting all this money. They have got to find a way to show up.
I'm not even gonna knock you.
Bro, you know I'm being dead honest about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock you for that. I want to, but I won't.
I know, right?
Next game, 1 o'clock on CBS. You got the 1-0 Las Vegas Raiders going up against the 1-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. In their last matchup back in 2018, the Raiders, as the Oakland Raiders, won 24-21 over the Steelers. A couple things to note here. Good Lord. I'm still going to stick with my team, though. The Raiders are first in offense, and the Steelers are 29th in offense. The Raiders are 21st in defense. The Steelers are 13th in defense. The Raiders are number 1 in passing, while the Steelers are 28th in passing. The Raiders are 21st in rushing, while the Steelers are 23rd in rushing. Daryl, Raiders, Steelers. Who you got?
This is going to be the battle of the defense, believe it or not. And Derek Carr is going to have to cut down on that interceptions that he's been throwing. Even though I think he only threw one, though. But believe it or not, it's going to be a battle of the defense. But at the end of it, it's going to be all about key critical turnovers here. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Agreed. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. I didn't second guess it. I had already made that prediction when I saw it. There was no doubt about it. So, yes, I am with you on that.
I wasn't trying to be funny or anyway, but I just like to give my opinion on some things that just need to be shared. You know?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking you for that. I ain't knocking you for that. I'm just saying there was no need for me to even sit down and give an explanation. I just wanted to say, damn it, Pittsburgh gonna win this game. Plain and simple.
But I just feel that it's gonna be a battle of the defense here, believe it or not. I really think so.
That's a good point. And
Roethlisberger ain't been the same, so
true.
that's kind of hurting right now.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to stick with Pittsburgh for the moment.
I am too. I'm sticking with the Steelers. Believe that.
All right. Next game, 1:00 on Fox. You got the. Hang on a second. You got the 1-0 Cincinnati Bengals going up against the 0-1 Chicago Bears in their last meeting matchup back in 2018 on August 9th, the preseason game. The Bengals won 30-27. A couple things to note here in league rankings so far. The Bengals are 21st in offense. The Bears is 24th. The Bengals is 20th in defense, and the Bears is 16th. The Bengals is 23rd in passing. The Bears is 25th, and the Bengals is 7th in rushing, and the Bears is 10th in rushing as well. Daryl, Bengals, Bears, what you got?
On paper, the Bengals is the winner of this one, and I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking with the Bengals.
You stick with the Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. This is going to be the battle of the running game for me.
Agreed. I'm with you all the way.
That's going to be the battle of the running game for me. It's not even going to be so much as the quarterbacks in this game. Now, granted, is Nick Foles their starting quarterback still?
I don't think so. I think
somebody else is starting. I can't think of who.
I got to look real quick. Maybe think about it. Let me look.
I got it right here. No, I do not have it right here. Oh, that's the records I forgot to do. The divisional records. Damn. I have to get that together for next week.
The who?
The divisional records. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the struggle of
Mm-hmm.
me not being able to pick divisional teams, mainly in the NFC South,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one other. I think it was the AFC South. No, not the AFC South. Mainly the NFC South. I can't think of anybody else. Not the AFC East. Yeah, just the NFC South. That was my struggle boat.
And here's a note. Andy Dalton is the Bears quarterback.
Cincinnati. It's going to be the battle of the running game.
Yeah. So Andy Dalton is returning to Cincy. I think it is, isn't it?
That's correct.
Yep. Andy Dalton's returning to Cincy.
And
he's going to get bangled his way out of the stadium.
Yes, he is. No doubt. No doubt about it. Oh my goodness. All right, next game. 1:00 on CBS. You got the 1-0 Houston Texans going up against, this is gonna be a damn good matchup. The 0-1 Cleveland Browns. Last meeting between these two teams back in last year, November 15th, the Browns won 10-7. Damn low scoring game. 10-7.
Yeah.
So bear in mind, this is going to be good.
Ooh, yes.
The Texans is 4th in offense. The Browns is 2nd. The Texans is 18th in defense. The Browns is 19th. The Texans is 12th in passing, and the Browns is 11th in passing. The Texans is 5th in rushing, and the Browns is 6th in rushing. Let me just say before we move forward, this game is going to be all about the offense. I do not think for a second that the defense, if they do anything, will show up. Daryl, Texans, Browns, who you got?
Let me be the first to say I definitely agree with this. This is going to be the battle of the rushing game, and this is also just going to be
an offensive game. Going to be an all-out brawl on offense.
Yes, and I'm just going to have to do it. Last week I picked Houston, not this week. I got Cleveland.
Well, I'm upset that the fact that the Houston's got the first seed in the AFC South, and they are the only team in the AFC South that won a damn game last week. Daryl, I'm going to have to make this a second disagreement game. I think Houston got this game. I doubted them last week, and I don't think I can go against them a second time. So I'm actually going to stick with Houston.
When you said it's an all-out offensive game, I really have to sit down and think that who's going to actually outdo what. And I really believe that Cleveland's going to outdo the Houston Texas running game. I really do.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that, but something in my mind just says, you know what? Houston go 2-0, and they might just win the AFC South again. So
now that I agree with. Houston might just win the AFC South.
Because ain't nobody else showing up right now.
Ain't nobody showing up.
And I know it's just early, but
and it was one good thing that comes out of the AFC South that I've noticed so far. Carson Wentz has not thrown a pick yet. That's the only good thing I've noticed.
Excuse me, but you just jinxed the man.
Well, then he's not as good as everybody thinks. So I'm just throwing that for the record.
Well, since you said that Carson Wentz has not thrown a pick, let me just throw this out there. He hasn't got injured yet in the regular season. Yet.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to imply, of course, that you're trying to throw my prediction back up in my face?
No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I had predicted that Carson Wentz was going to be out for the rest of the season after week 1. So I thought that was a punch to the face.
No, that ain't a punch to the face. I'm just saying, yeah. You said week 1. Maybe a little lenient, but
he wasn't supposed to be back at all.
No, he really wasn't. But there he is.
Yep, just there, clear as day.
I just don't know if he's gonna make it through the season.
I don't know. We'll see.
The coach, I don't even think gonna make it through the season. Because I guarantee you, one of these games they're gonna get disqualified for COVID. You watch. That I will say.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Next game, 1:00 on Fox. You got the 1-0 New Orleans Saints going up against the 1-0 Carolina Panthers. This is a NFC South division rival game, which I hate the most. I hate predicting these NFC South games. I hate them. And there's another one that's coming up, but that should be easy. But I hate them. I hate it. Just this game. The other game I don't hate so much because that's going to be easy. Take a look at the last meeting against the Saints and the Panthers. The Saints won 33-7 in the last regular season matchup of 2021 on January 3rd. Things to note for the league rankings after week 1. The Saints is 23rd in offense. The Panthers are 18th in offense. The Saints is number 1 in defense, while the Panthers is number 4. The Saints is number 30 in passing. The Panthers is number 14th in passing. And the Saints is 3rd in rushing, while the Panthers are 18th in rushing. Daryl, Saints, Panthers, who you got?
The Cats. You hear me? The Cats.
Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I say I hate making predictions for the NFC South, specifically these two teams and the way they're playing, Daryl, I'm going to have to go against you on this one. I'm going to have to go with the New Orleans Saints.
The Cats. You hear me?
You take the Cats. I'm going with who dat? Who dat?
The Cats.
We know. Thank you.
You hate the rival games. I love them. The
I
Cats.
I hate them. I mean, let me take that back. I like the rival games, but I don't like the NFC South. I hate the NFC South. I can't stand it. But a couple games from now, after this game of prediction, this is going to be easy. It's going to be the easiest one, and it's going to be a freebie.
Freebie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a freebie.
Okay, a freebie.
But that's after this. That's after this game. After this game, yeah. Next game, 405 on Fox. The 1 second, I don't have it. The 1 is it 1-0? The 0-1 the Minnesota Vikings going up against the 1-0 Arizona Cardinals. The last meeting against these two teams back in 2019, regular season on August 24th, the Vikings won 22-9. Couple things to note here in the league rankings. The Vikings is 13th in offense. The Cardinals is 11th in offense. The Vikings is 12th in defense. The Cardinals is 2nd in defense. The Vikings is 4th in passing. The Cardinals is 13th in passing. And the Vikings is 27th in rushing, while the Arizona Cardinals is 9th in rushing. Durham, Vikings, Cardinals, who you got?
The birds, baby. I got the birds.
No doubt. I'm with you on that one. Shoot, I spilled it. Oh, what happened? Are you for real right now? Are you for real? By the way, that's my podcast. That's the new coffee break with Derek. What happened?
What?
I know it didn't get deleted. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And this file better not be corrupted. I worked too hard to get one right now.
Man. Something has to give with this, man. For real.
I think I accidentally closed it out, didn't realize it. I honestly think I did. Of course, you're gonna have to cut all this dead space out, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No kidding on that behalf.
Tuesday, 7:38. Good Lord. Oh, that's just the last time I opened up the file. Okay, we should be good. I was right in the middle of refreshing.
Huh? Look like it closed out on you.
No, there it is.
Yeah, so good.
So now I just need to try to refresh it again. It's probably going to take a minute since it just opened up the file.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meanwhile, we're going to move on to the second easiest game to predict in week 2. 405 on Fox. The 0-1 Atlanta Falcons going up against the 1-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last meeting against both of these teams, the Buccaneers won 44-27 in their last regular season matchup, January 3rd, 2021. The league rankings between these two teams, the Falcons is 26th, the Buccaneers is 7th. In offense, the Falcons is 27th, and the Buccaneers is 30th in defense. The Falcons is 31st, and the Buccaneers is 3rd in passing, while the Falcons is 14th, and the Falcons is 14th, and the Buccaneers is 30th in rushing. There we go. There's on the Cardinals. All right, girl. NFC South. Falcons, Buccaneers. Who you got?
Unfortunately, I got the Buccaneers for all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons, too. I got them, too. Ain't no way in the world I'm picking the Falcons in this game. Ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pick them, but I'm picking them anyway.
Tom Brady just a ball hog. A tainted ball hog.
He just tanked it. Forget the ball hog. He tanked it.
Yeah. He's still a ball hog.
He tanked it.
Can't stand that dude.
We may have to have a debate on that. Which one is he, Tainted or ball hog?
Man, ain't no debate about it. He both of them.
If you had to pick one.
If I had, well, let's share this for a stat. Rushing yards average, Buccaneers, 52 damn yards.
I know they ranked 30th. So I kind of expect that.
Mm-hmm. Passing yards, 379. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A tainted ball hog.
No doubt about it. But, you know, hey, yeah. Next game, 4:25 on CBS. You got the 0. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong game. Wow. Well, wait. No, that was the right game. I just got the, yeah. The 0-1 Tennessee Titans going up against the 1-0 Seattle Seahawks. That is a 4:25 game. The last matchup against both of these teams back in 2017 on September 24th. The Titans won 33-27. Looking at the league rankings against both of these teams, the Titans and the Seahawks. On offense, the Titans is 31st, Seahawks is 19th. On defense, the Titans is 22nd, the Seahawks is 11th. In passing, the Titans is 29th and the Seahawks is 20th. While in rushing, the Titans is 20th and the Seahawks is 8th in rushing. Daryl, Titans, Seahawks. So you got
Seahawks.
Got the Birds.
Yeah.
No doubt. I agree. Going with the Birds. I would love to see Derrick Henry run all over their defense.
Me too, Derrick.
Even if they win or lose, I still want to see him run all over their defense.
I want to see this man get 200 yards rushing.
I want to at least see 150. I'd be content with that. Hell, I'd be content with over 100.
No doubt.
There it is. All right. Me and you gonna have to have a color. But I'm not gonna do that. Next game, 4:25 on CBS. You got the 0-1 Dallas Cowboys going up against the 1-0 Los Angeles Chargers. The last matchup against both of these teams back in 2017. Wow. The Chargers, and I believe these were the San Diego Chargers. They won 28-6. League rankings with both of these teams. On offense, Cowboys is 3rd, Chargers is 9th. On defense, the Cowboys is 26th, Chargers is 6th. In passing, the Cowboys is 2nd, the Chargers is 5th. And in rushing, the Cowboys is 28th, and the Chargers is 19th. Daryl, Cowboys, Chargers, who you got?
Tough. I don't know. Because they're just there.
Shoot. Let me save you some time. Let me just save you some time. That's my pick right there. I'm not even debating this game.
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think San Diego. I don't think Los Angeles is able to slow down the Cowboys offense because they played well.
Yeah,
Thursday night.
Yes, Dallas played amazing. I don't care what anybody say. Dallas played amazing. And a lot of people do not like America's team. I'm fine with that. I don't like them either. But damn it, they played well on Thursday. They kept up with Tampa Bay.
They did.
And for Dakota Prescott to be coming back off injury like that, to be able to take command on the field like that says a lot.
This says a lot.
With the Cowboys.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right. Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football 8:20 on NBC. You got the 1-0 Kansas City Chiefs go. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No wonder why they put this as a damn Sunday night game. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I don't even know.
I don't need it there. This is gonna be tough.
All right. Well, I may have to skip this for a minute because I don't know. 8:20 on NBC. You got the 1-0 Kansas City Chiefs going up against the 0-1 Baltimore Ravens. And their last matchup in 2020, September 28th, the Chiefs won that matchup 34-20. League rankings with both of these teams on offense. The Chiefs is 14th, the Ravens is 12th. On defense, yuck. The Chiefs is 31st and the Ravens is 32nd. And passing, Chiefs is 6th, Ravens is 22nd, and the Chiefs is 26th and the Ravens is first in rushing. That I believe 1,000%, and it sure as hell ain't because of their running back, which he plays a small contributing factor to, and this contribute to their quarterback, Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. After looking at that, I think I got a good idea who I'm gonna go with. Daryl, Chiefs, Ravens, who you got?
Yeah. I gotta step back with the comeback machines, the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go and disagree with you on this one. I'm gonna go with Baltimore. And I really don't want to, but I think Baltimore got something to prove.
Baltimore always going to have something to prove, but I don't like Baltimore chances because rather if they're front, rather if they're winning, rather if they're losing, Kansas City always find an answer. They always find an answer. They may not win by much, and they did it last week, 22-10. They stormed right back and won that game.
Yeah.
And I can't take no chances.
And I agree, because I said the same thing about who was it? The Eagles and the Falcons game last week. I didn't want to take that chance if, the Falcons did lead that game and they blow it, but they never really led if my, facts are correct. So, I mean, I agree with you, but part of me is going to say that this game will stay contestedly close for them not to even consider to be comebacks in this game, because this game is going to be too close. You got Baltimore's rushing and Lamar Jackson, and then you got Patrick Mahomes, a passing machine. I mean, I don't know where you can really go wrong with this prediction. Both of these predictions to me are freaking phenomenal. That's just me. They're just phenomenal, but
I mean, yeah, that's one thing. But, with everything that's with Baltimore having something to prove, especially what they did Monday night,
right?
That really proved that Baltimore still can win football games versus
it's not so much a Baltimore needing to prove something, not just from last week, but from last year.
Right.
They have to step it up this game, and this is the game they need to do that. This is the game they need to do that.
Even if they win the AFC North, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'll be fine with that because they have proven
it's going to be
what they can prove. It's going to be hard.
Well, it's going to be hard just to get past the other two teams in the AFC North as well, with Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That's going to be hard. But don't necessarily mean they got a chance. They got just a chance.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
All right, final game. Monday Night Football, 8:15 on ESPN. You got the 0-1 Detroit Lions going up against the 0-1 Green Bay Packers. This is a NFC North division rival game. Last matchup against both of these teams, the Packers won December 13, 2020, 31-24. League rankings. The Lions on offense, the Lions and the Packers. The Lions is 8th. The Packers is dead last. the Lions on defense is 28th. The Packers is 10th. And on passing, the Lions is 8th. And the Packers is 26th, while the Lions is 16th in rushing. And Green Bay is just dead out last. Daryl, Lions, Packers, who you got?
I shouldn't be sitting here thinking about none of this, but it's part of me wants to go with Green Bay because I think they could be able to bounce back. But then you got Detroit that played well but still lost anyway. I'm going to take my chances. I'm going with the Packers.
I promise you, I thought this was going to be a disagreement game.
Nah, I'm not. I'm going to actually give Packers a shot.
Yeah, because I'm going with Green Bay as well. Because I don't know. It's one thing to play the New Orleans Saints, but it's another thing to play your division rivals.
Right.
And you got them in your neighborhood again, so y'all got back-to-back home games. So that's going to set up a lot for Green Bay this game. I think they could get past Detroit in this game.
Definitely.
All right, that is week 2 predictions. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening wherever you are listening at. You can watch these videos on YouTube, and you can definitely catch these videos on Instagram TV as well. DTST. What are we? At the Watch Brothers or at DTST 2414 on Instagram?
Instagram at DTST 2414.
Yeah. Catch us there. Find us. Follow us. This video will be posted out before the Thursday night game. And it will be on YouTube as well before the Thursday night game as well. So follow us, subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do. But I'm Darren. That's Daryl. Thanks for listening to our version of predictions in the NFL. Catch us next week for week 3 in the NFL.